So, hi, I'm Chermay Pagas, and I am the next reporter for the next lesson, which is lesson 5, and it's all about integration of ecoliteracy to teaching and learning. So, now let's talk about teaching strategies. So, the Center for Ecoliteracy suggests different teaching strategies that the teacher can use, which would be able to cater the student's level of development and which are brain-based research. So the goal is to nurture the knowledge, skills, and values of the students which are important to sustainable living. So first question is, why are learning strategies important? So of course, because by utilizing strategies, it allows learners to learn more effectively and efficiently. Now, learning methods are crucial for assisting learners in avoiding their weak regions and relying instead on their strong ones. Learning using ecoliteracy gives the question of what learners know in responding to environmental problems. And of course, ecoliteracy is not only to increase the knowledge of environmental issues, but also has understanding of the importance of global ecological awareness to create a balance between people needs and the earth's ability to sustain them. And of course, it is also known as instructional strategies, which is a method that teachers uses to deliver course materials in ways that keep learners engaged and practicing different skill set. So if instructor or teacher may select different teaching strategies, then it is also applied in accordance to unit topic, grade level, class size, and classroom resources. Now, let's talk about place-based learning. So, when we talk about place-based learning, it is a method of practice that uses places and the resources found there to learn across disciplines. So, what is the purpose of PBE or place-based learning? So, of course, it is immerses students in local heritage, cultures, landscapes, opportunities, and experiences. And by using this as a foundation for the study and other subjects across the curriculum, it helps it helps environmental stewardship, which is place-based learning that fosters awareness and engagement. So in the ecosystems and communities that students are surrounded by, so that the students become empowered to promote social and environmental sustainability as they develop agency, critical thinking, and a sense of duty to the planet. Now, let's talk about project-based learning. So, this teaching strategy is the core of the curriculum. This is anchored to challenging questions which requires higher order thinking skills. And in this type of strategy, the teachers acts as a facilitator rather than the sole source of knowledge because the projects may range from a few weeks to an entire academic year. The Center of Ecoliteracy already supported teachers in projects such as habitat restoration, modeling the evolution, evolution of agriculture, and changing the food in schools. Now, project-based learning is an educational strategy intended to give students the chance to advance their knowledge and abilities. Of course, through interesting projects based on issues and obstacles. Of course, by their encountered or by encountering in different real world um, happening in this world. Yeah. So project based learning is that tries to develop students' creative problem-solving skills and often in small groups to solve complex and poorly structured issues. Now, next we have Socratic inquiry. Questions stimulate learning and not answers. Instead of presenting facts, Socrates encouraged students to ask questions about assumptions, values, and preconceptions. The Center for Ecoliteracy developed a curriculum anchored to Socratic inquiry which allows the students to discuss and debate about animal welfare, workers' rights, right to know the food content, and copywriting of genetically modified plants. So, a method involves a shared dialogue between teacher and students. Students actively engage by asking questions of their own. Just like, for example, students ask to the instructor or teachers about something, and then the teacher may know or acknowledge of how students are interested about the topic. And another example is a teacher might pick a student at random and question them for the entire duration of the class. And also, it provides all students greater confidence about talking to large groups and allows them to develop ability to argue forcefully and persuasively and teaches them to think critically. And also, the student might say that every person knows the difference between right and wrong, and the teacher would reply with a series of questions that asked the students to consider their perspective. And next is the experiential learning. Experiential learning is based on the works of Piaget and Dewey, who were a firm believer that learning is an active process, and experiential learning believes that the student should be actively involved in the process while teacher facilitates the learning process. The Center for Ecoliteracy promotes the following as learning laboratories, which are school gardens, food and cooking, civic engagement, and school yard. So, experiential learning is a process of learning through experience, and more specifically, like learning through reflection on doing, or learning by doing by John Dewey. So, yeah, it's true that most of us na mas maka-learn ta by doing or kita mismo ang maka-experience on that field. So in order to expand knowledge, develop skills and clarify values, then educators will actively engage students in experiential learning through direct experience and focus reflection. And of course, we still have interdisciplinary learning. It focuses on the connection of disciplines such as math, science, history, and language arts rather than focusing only one content area. This prevents the isolation and fragmentation of topics and skills. Then study shows that students learn more when there is application in different areas and at the same time interaction with their classmates, teachers, and community. The Center for Ecoliteracy believes that publication, seminars, and ongoing work take an interdisciplinary approach. Just like for example, kanang naay mag-seminar or say tawag ani um symposium dira sila sa barangay gym, no? They give effort to relay information, reliable information towards learners about different content in the areas. And maybe that's all. Thank you and God bless.